Hello, my dear students of Mangalore University who are studying in first semester BSc. Here I am Yogesh DH, Assistant Professor, Department of English, Government First Grade College, Karkala. I am along with this video. I also made three videos. Okay, totally there are four videos in connection with the short story Real Food, which is written by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, a Nigerian writer. In this video, I am going to introduce to the writer and also to the text. Right. This is the first session, and along with this one, there are other three sessions. Totally four sessions which are discussing about the real food. Yes. Introduction to Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. So here is a very beautiful picture, a photograph of our writer, a very young and a beautiful and dynamic feminist writer of America, because now she is living in America and also both in Nigeria. Let us continue with it. Introduction. She was born on 15th September 1977. Right. She is a prominent and award-winning Igbo Nigerian female writer. Igbo is a community, community of people who are living in African continent. Right. Igbo is a very prominent and very important community because we have seen very good writers from that community. So, have you heard of Chinua Achebe, Ole Soyinka? Right, there are very important writers of African continent belongs to Igbo community. Right, and she currently resides either in her hometown Suka in Nigeria or United States. So, at both houses she was staying. She writes across genres. So, she is a multifaceted woman. She writes fiction, non-fiction, poetry, playwriting, and has been even been featured in discography. Right, these are the multiple facets of the writer. And through her lifetime until now, she has written, her major works include the novels Purple Hibiscus, Half Half of Yellow Sun, and Americana. These are the very important three novels she has written. And The Thing Around Your Neck, which was published in 2009, is the title of her collected stories, short stories. She is also an activist and a renowned public speaker. You have seen in the newspapers and also in the internationally acclaimed medias where she was speaking, addressing the huge gathering about many other issues, right? Addressing various issues including feminism, literary arts, race, and the history of war. Her major juvenilia includes her poetry collection. Right. She also has written poems which were collected and made an anthology called Decisions, which was published in 1997. Her first published drama, For Love of Biafra, in 1998. These are her literary achievements. And now look at her life and academic details here. She began her undergraduate studies in medicine at the University of Suka before leaving. Okay, she was living in Suka and she joined medicine. She wanted to become a doctor, right? But she's dropped that on a scholarship to study communication at Drexel University in Philadelphia. So she left her Nigeria and she joined Drexel University in Philadelphia just to study communication. And unfortunately, she left Drexel also for family reasons and completed her degree in communication and political science at Eastern Connecticut State University. So, anyhow, she completed her degree in communication and political science. And After graduation, she earned her master degree in creative writing at Johns Hopkins University and was in 2005 and 6 Hodder Fellow at Princeton University. She got a scholarship also, and it is a thing of prestige and status for a student. She later attained a master's in African Studies from Yale University in 2008, and in 2009 she received an honorary doctorate of human letters from Kalamazoo College in Michigan. So she did her doctorate, PhD, right? And her family life, she is married to a medical doctor, Dr. Ivara Isigi. And the person, the doctor, already honored with numerous awards and multiple nominations for other literary awards, as well as noted for several other distinctions. He was a very popular doctor and also a writer, and there are many other things, right? And here we have her husband, Dr. Ivara A. Isagi, MD, Assistant Professor of Family Medicine, University of Maryland Family Medicine Associates. So here is a beautiful couple, right? Yeah, how wonderful they are. And here we are introduced to her parents, her father and mother, both are very happy of having the child. Yes, after introduction to the writer, let us connect with real food. The essay. Yes, here is a very beautiful photograph of Nigerian food, which is called as Gari. Okay, so note Gari. Yeah, let us begin with the story. Chimamanda, she narrates her own story, right? She narrates the story to us, the readers, and try to involve with her. I was 9 years old, so she remember when she writes, she remember what happened when she was 9 year old, right? Sitting stiffly at the dining table in my blue and white school uniform. Okay, she's a school going girl. She was in her uniform, and across me from me sat my mother. Okay, there is a mother also who had come home from work at the university registry, elegant in her swishy skirt. So that is her uniform, working in a university registry, smelling of a poison perfume. Okay, her mother. Okay, so she applied a perfume, okay, which she doesn't like, and saying she wanted to watch me eat. Okay, mother sitting beside her daughter, and mother wanted to see whether her daughter eats or not, or how much she eats, right? I still do not know who told her that I was skipping lunch before school. Why the mother is sitting before a child? Because somebody has informed her that afternoon lunch she is escaping. Right? She's actually skipping it. The right word. Fide. Okay, perhaps it was the houseboy Fide. So Chimamanda, a 9 year old, guessed that. So it was Fide who informed my mother. Or perhaps it was my little brother, Kenuchiku. Okay, maybe her little brother has informed her mother. Went to school in the morning and came home just before I left. I did not understand the school shifts there. Okay, she is getting ready for the school in the afternoon after lunch, and already brother has came home after finishing his school. Okay, maybe there is a different type of schools timings are there. The firm set up her mouth told me that I had no choice but to eat the gari and soup placed it on the table. Okay, so a girl sitting beside a mother, she should eat gari. Okay, what is this gari? Okay, it is a exclusively a Nigerian food. Okay, and soup we know, right? So there are here is a photograph of gari, a different type of a gari. So it just looks like uppittu, shira, sajjige, what we call here, right? So with there are dry fruits vagera here. Yeah, I made the sign of the cross. What is cross here? Cross fingers. She made a cross finger because she doesn't like Gary. Then how can she eat before a mother? right? So I plucked a morsel from the soft lump of Gary. Okay, morsel, tuttu. Okay, she plucked a morsel. Gary ಅನ್ನೋನು ಕೈಲಿ ತಗೊಳ್ತಾಳೆ. Okay, so using some spoon or plucker, right? And I lightly molded it with my fingers, molded, okay, and dipped it into the soup. Okay, she's dipping the Gary into the soup, right? Then I swallowed. This is how one should eat Gary, right? So, like in Bengaluru, Mandya, Mysuru, okay, how the people used to eat mudde, ragi mudde, right? So it is just like a Gary. So ragi mudde used to swallow it, okay, by dipping it some sambar or curry, right? So this is how the system is. So mudde we cannot chew it, okay. The only thing we have to swallow it. My throat itched when she swallowed it. Chimamanda said that my throat itched because she was not used to that. I disliked all the variants. Okay, maybe Gary of different types using different materials or different okay recipes with different items there of this quintessential Nigerian food. Okay, quintessential, which means here throughout Nigeria, this is the only food, the type of food they prepare, and it is maybe the identity of the people who eat gari, right? They are Nigerian, whether made from corn, okay, we know corn, cassava maraganasu, right? Or yams are sweet potato, the same family but with a slight difference, right? So they're grown in African continents, yams, whether cooked or stirred or pounded. Okay, this is how the variety they cook, right, in a mortar until they become a soft mash because they have to swallow, no, right? It was jokingly called swallow. Gary has another name called swallow because one swallowed the morsels without chewing. Okay, Gary, one must not chew it. We cannot bite Gary. One should swallow it. It was easy to tell that a person chewing Gary was a foreigner. Okay, anybody who is a foreigner who was given a Gary, then what he do? He could bite it. He could chew it. No. So a truly Nigerian person who know about the Gary, he or she should swallow it. Okay, the only new persons are foreigners only they chew it. Mudda also, right? Just imagine. Yes, here I conclude my first part, right? We are introduced to Gary, Chimamanda, mother, the housewife today, and the brother. So our writer Chimamanda has eaten, okay, swallowed the Gary. Then what happened? So her throat is itching. Okay, her throat is itching. Then what happened? Right, yeah. Please go through the textbook. Okay, read the essay completely and then watch the videos. And here there are few questions based on the story, right? First question. So try to answer, guess the answers. Who was cleaning up the watery yellowish mess? Okay, Chimamanda, whatever she has eaten the Gary. After few minutes, actually she omitted everything. So on the floor. Then in home, who cleaned that? That's a question. Okay, I already gave you notice that. Please read and answer these questions here. First one is Fide, B. Kanuchuku, brother, C. Mother, D. Brother. So who was cleaning up the watery yellowish mess? Yes, answer is Fide, the house boy, was cleaning it. Second question. Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie's husband name is. What is the name of her husband? A. Dr. Ngozi Adichie. B. Dr. E. Esege Evera. C. Dr. Ivara E. Esege. D. Dr. Ivara E. Asagi. Is what's the right answer? Yes, answer is C, Dr. Ivara A. Isiji. Right. Third question. In the beginning of the short story, Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie was dash years old girl. So how many years old she was? Yes, you know the right answer. A 13, B 9, C 18, D 10. And the right answer is B 9. Fourth question. What was the name of the houseboy in the story? Yes, we are introduced to him. First one, A. Kenochiku, B. Ivara, C. Chimamanda, D. Fide. Yes, answer is Fide. Yes. The last question is here. What happened to Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie when she ate Gary in the presence of her mother? Yes. First one is A. Omitted everything. B. She was food poisoned. C. She rushed to school. D. She scolded her mother for giving wrong food to her. Yes. The right answer is A. She omitted everything. Yes. Here I conclude the first session. Okay, let us continue in the next session, second session. Thank you.